Hello, everyone. My guest today is Alex Eruimy. He is the founder and CEO of a company called PrestaShop, a leading e-commerce solution that's being used worldwide today. Before that, he was at Google leading digital transformation and marketing solutions for retailers. And before that was at Roland Berger doing strategy consulting. All right, Alex, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Hello, Nate.
Hello. Tell us more about PrestaShop. What do you do and how do you make money?
Yeah, so actually, PrestaShop has been co-founded 11 years ago by a French engineer, and we mostly monetize through add-ons sales. So we've built and developed a software which is open source and distributed for free on our websites. And the way we get money, it mainly comes from modules or add-ons or connectors which are sold on our marketplace. And so either they're paid by merchants or they are sponsored by partners such as PayPal or Google, also with whom we are monetizing.
Mm-hmm. Now, is this a pure play SaaS model or no? It's more like a as-you-go basis?
More as-you-go basis. So it's on-premise, and we've just launched our SaaS software and a SaaS version last week.
Okay.
In France, Italy, and Spain.
And how's this? Tell me about the SaaS version. How's it work?
So it's called PrestaShop Ready. It's a brand new offer launched in the market. So we will extend in Europe first and then worldwide. And the objective is to make it simple for newcomers on e-commerce. So we are targeting really non-tech savvy merchants with low technical resources, with an affordable offer, €20 per month for the starter offer, fully localized, and especially in Europe with the right shipping and payment solutions. And we will make it open. What does it mean open for SaaS? It means that we will enable data liberation to migrate from PrestaShop Ready to PrestaShop Download, which is our on-premise solution, as a continuum. So once you will feel that you need more customization, more freedom, you will be able to migrate to the open source and on-premise version of PrestaShop, so that you can continue your development on PrestaShop.
Alex, why does this have to be on-prem? I mean, you look at companies like Shopify, it seems like people would just use Shopify over this. Tell me why you're winning battles against Shopify.
Because Shopify, you're in a closed environment. So your data are owned by Shopify. And if you want to shift to something else, you have to rebuild your store from scratch. Of course, you get your data from your customers, but you won't be able to rebuild in one click your product pages, for instance.
Okay.
And so that's and then develop something which is and goes beyond the possibilities of Shopify or any SaaS solution, which is per se closed, which are closed environments with closed potentialities. If you go on-prem with open source, you can do customized and specific developments which are not yet included into a SaaS version.
So how many people do you have? You just launched this, recently, but how many people do you have paying now for your SaaS version?
So right now we're speaking about hundreds of people, hundreds of merchants, but on our on-prem solution, we have 270,000 stores active to date, which means that we are part of the leading solution worldwide and the leader in Europe, because 80% are based in Europe, making us a leader solution in Europe.
Just to be clear, though, I want to make sure I understand this. Those 270,000 merchants using you, you would count if Google in Europe bought a package of 10,000 to give for free for anyone that signed up for the Google platform. You would count, and Google is paying you directly for that. They're subsidizing it, and they do it because it makes the Google platform more sticky for merchants. You would count that as 10,000 as part of your 270,000, correct?
You mean the one that would be on PrestaShop Ready?
My question is, you mentioned earlier, you're doing a lot of these sales via add-ons through partners. Is that correct?
Actually, yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, and you said one of your partners is Google, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So when Google as a partner helps sells PrestaShop, are they basically buying a bunch of them and then giving them, a bunch of licenses to your tool and then giving them for free to their new users so that the users are sticky?
Well, no. The point with Google, for instance, is that anytime we bring them a new client, we get a fee on that, a bounty fee on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And
so how are you? I misunderstood you. How are you getting new customers then if you're not getting them through Google and channel partners?
um, well, mostly thanks to our brand name and so organic traffic. But we also, of course, doing digital marketing and paid with paid levers such as AdWords, mailing, and also through events.
Okay.
So we are generating brand awareness in the main e-commerce show worldwide in Europe and Americas. And we are also developing our own PrestaShop days. So last one was 2 weeks ago in Paris. So we do it in Madrid, Milan, and Warsaw this year. And so where we are strong, we are also developing our own events to gather the community and also bring new commerce, just get to know the potentiality of what they can do with PrestaShop.
Yep. Now, when you look at activation of these e-commerce folks once they sign up to you, what are some things that you're tracking? I'd ask about things like churn, but it sounds like you're just now launching your SaaS product. So I'm curious if you're how and if you measure churn on your legacy product.
Yes, but we do it via some external crawler and data we can gather on our stores. But that won't be the same type of, let's say, native data that we can get from a SaaS product. So we have developed a different data source to monitor and identify which stores are PrestaShop active, because they are changing their logos, they are a true sales funnel, there are also changes texts and so on and so forth. So we can identify the active stores. And so that based on the URL, we know that when they are just they are created online, and then when they are dead.
It's a crawler that looks for JavaScript code, right? And if you're in the code, you know it's active.
Yes.
And are these 270,000? Are they free or paid?
Free.
Okay, got it. So of those folks that are using your free tools, how many of them is it? Just a couple hundred you have on the SaaS platform that are paying?
Yes, because we just launched a few days ago. So
I see. I misunderstood you. So you just launched a paid version of what you're doing via your SaaS offering. Before that, it was all a free model.
Yeah.
And you would sell some of those leads back to Google to make some money in the short term.
We are an acquisition level for our partners so that they can get access to our store base.
Yep, I understand.
We have generated the store base through open source and a free to use and downloadable version of the software.
I totally understand now. Open source version of Shopify with more freedom. Great. Walk me through funding history. So are you bootstrapped or have you raised capital?
Well, actually both. So it's been founded by this engineer called Bruno Levesque, who is based in San Francisco right now, and so it's been bootstrapped, and then it's been founded by VC firms. Maybe a few years after the creation of the company.
Okay, yeah. So how much total has the company raised? You're not bootstrapped.
$15 million.
Okay, and just to be clear, you keep mentioning the other founder. Were you brought in as CEO, or were you not one of the founders?
Yeah, I was brought in as a CEO. Yeah. So,
I see. When did you join the company?
2 years ago, and I've been CEO 4 months ago.
Okay, and were you brought in with one of these funding rounds? You were an EIR at one of these one of the investors? No.
No. Was recruited by the former CEO.
Okay. Did he or she recruit you, or did you try and convince him or her?
No. She recruited me as head of partnerships and business development.
Uh-huh.
And then the founder appointed me as CEO 4 months ago.
That's great. Okay, very good. So you've tell me more about the team size today and where you guys are based.
So we're mostly based in Paris, with more than 100 people here. With the full teams of products, tech, sales, marketing, and business partners. And we also a sales office in Miami with merchant success team and partnership teams. And we have country managers in 2 countries in Europe, and our founder in San Francisco. So overall, we have almost 120 people.
Okay, and can you give me a general sense of how fast the company is growing year over year?
So we have doubled our sales over the last 5 years, And also we acknowledge a plus 20% year-on-year growth of our store base over the last 5 years. And we're still a double-digit growth for sales, and we will accelerate through recurring revenues coming from the SaaS version.
Yep, which you just launched. What is your goal for 2018? How much do you want to finish with in terms of revenue?
More than $20 million.
Okay, and how much of that are you hoping that the SaaS product contributes?
I think we'll be slow at the beginning. Next year will be more. So there is more to come.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And where were you a year ago? Were you doing on a 10 million run rate or 15 million? Where were you just 12 months ago?
So 12 months ago, we were around 16 million.
16. Okay, great. That's good. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. And based off when you last raised, it sounds like you may be profitable at this point. Is that accurate? You're cash flow positive?
We are now being cash positive.
Okay, you are. Because the reason I ask, when was the last funding round? How many years ago?
It was in 2014.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So in other words, you don't have a bunch of capital. You can just go kind of throw down the toilet. You have to be disciplined and be making money, right?
Yeah, that's the aim of this year.
That's very good, Alex. All right, let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
I would say one about negotiation. So it's called Getting More.
Getting More. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
No.
Okay. Number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3, what's your favorite online tool for building your business?
CRM tool.
Which one?
Not sure yet because we're implementing one.
Which one are you implementing?
Yeah. HubSpot.
Okay, HubSpot. Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Well, it depends from 4 to 8.
To 8. Okay, so we'll say average, maybe a 5 or 6 there. And what's your situation? Married, single? Do you have kids?
Just married.
Oh, congratulations! That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's what the thing is behind you.
Exactly.
So no kids yet.
No kids yet.
All right. And Alex, how old are you?
31.
31. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Learn more.
Learn more. Guys, there you have it from Alex. Again, did a stint at Google, was then brought in to lead partnerships at PrestaShop about 2 years ago. Took over as CEO just about 4 months ago. They now have over 270,000 merchants using them who want a more customizable, open source version of Shopify. They've raised $15 million a year ago in June 2017, doing about $16 million in revenue, hoping to break 20 million here in 2018 with their team of 100 people based in Paris. Just launched a SaaS platform. Alex, hope to have you back on in a year and hear how the SaaS platform is going. But thank you for taking us to the top.
Thank you, Nathan.